Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and this is the Vaughn SLR 2 Pro Carbon blocker review. So I can't review the catching glove because it's actually an LT98 internal, so it's not actually an SLR 2, so there's no point in me reviewing it because it's a custom glove that isn't the retail spec. Anyways, so first of all, I reviewed the pads. These are from Matt Murray when he played for Team Canada at the World Championships. They're blacked out because Vaughn does not pay for the IIHF advertising fees for their gear. Hence this. It doesn't say, I think, Ventus or SLR on the side because these are the Pro logo option, so they minimize the logos. It does say Vaughn under there, which was covered with tape. I'm very particular with blockers. If you didn't know that already, I did a video on what makes a good blocker. And this is an okay one. So first of all, I'm going to say, if you are buying a set of SLR or any Vaughn blockers, get the Pro Carbons. The reason being, so you can see how you can bend this a little bit, but it's still pretty stiff. Here's a Bauer one, which doesn't bend at all. It's just that one little piece. It's not like the actual core isn't bending. This one's like a little bit. The non-Pro Carbons, you can bend this. So my problem with that is, over time, if you go on the blocker, like paddle down, and you put weight on it, that will bend. Pucks hit this over time, that will bend. That should be stiffer on the Pro model, but it makes it worth buying the Pro Carbon because it does have that like benefit to it. So that's a criticism of their senior level, but also praising their top line too. So blockers, no, it's not. So rebounds on these are okay. They're not Bauer hot, but they're decent. I think they're a bit hotter than the CCM blockers I used. Not quite as much as my JRZ, more than the Bryans. Well, I haven't used the Optic 2 with the thicker Lexion in it, so I can't talk about that yet, but it's better. It was bigger than my Optic 1, bigger than the Genetic, so it's a bit hotter than that. Okay, so I guess we'll go to the side. One of my complaints about this glove is how soft the sideboard is. You can see it's like curved, and that will kind of move in. I like it being stiff. Like the Bauer is pretty straight. Yeah, the Bauer is straight. The Vaughn curves. When you put weight on it, it kind of collapses. This holds its ground. You can see my puck marks that I stopped there. I like a very hard sideboard to kind of hold that gap. I find this one's a bit too soft for me. I'm not sure if Vaughn could stiffen that up with a custom order. It's a possibility. They do quite a bit of custom modifications on it. But that's one of my nitpicks about this blocker and why I think it's not quite the best out there and it could be a little bit better. Vaughn does a decent job at their fingertip protection. It's not as robust as Bauer's, but it's pretty good. It's about CCM level. A little bit worse than Brian's, I would say. It does follow it pretty good, but it doesn't go all the way down, as you can see. The one thing that I found weird, I guess, is, so this little fingertip protection, it's pretty soft. I got a couple pucks stuck right here. So when I was holding the stick, the puck was stuck between here and here, which is weird. I think that's not supposed to be doing that, but I also stopped. I had issues with the balance of this blocker. So this is a more like, the hand position is kind of higher. It's very similar to the Vapor. The VE8, your fingers are lower. My problem is I kept stopping pucks down here. I don't know what it was. Just whenever, like, the balance of this is just slightly weird to me. It might be that the palm feels too big and too loose, but I could never feel like I could really punch pucks with this as much, and it just wasn't balanced perfectly for me. This one isn't either, but it's a lot more than this one is, where I get more on the face. So I had a bunch of issues with that with this glove. But it's like almost like I'd get used to it. And I'm pretty sure I could order like a tighter backhand padding here, which would probably fix some of those issues. It just wasn't. Like, this one isn't that, I don't love this one enough, basically. One thing I do love about this glove, though, and I think every company should start doing, this index finger. So normal gussets, make sure it's on camera. Normal gussets are like this. So they have your finger, the top of the finger, and your gusset, which is air mesh. This one on the index finger has, as you can see, no mesh on the side. That just wraps all the way down around for the palm. Now, the reason that's great is because, one, when you put the elastic right here, the finger has a tendency to kind of curl like over. Now, I can't show you it on this one because and Bauer does it a different way too. I can't show you it on this one because this one obviously has that fix in there. But usually, basically what would end up happening is you'd end up holding the stick with the gusset, and it wouldn't be as smooth transition as this. This design is great. I love this finger. That's gonna help wear and everything like that. It's really good. Actually, you can kind of see on the pinky how when you close, the pinkies kind of turn, it's not straight. That's what happens on here. Vaughn fixes that issue. Great design in the blocker. These palms are super, super comfy when they're new. This one's obviously been used, has the Sure Grip, but the retail ones are amazingly comfortable, and it's probably the most comfortable blocker I'd say if you put on just right away with that palm design and everything. I really like it for that way. This isn't a bad blocker. It's just not like on the next level. If you're not super picky with blockers like I am, it's probably fine. To be honest, if I could get basically this blocker, and this one isn't even my favorite. The Vapor 1X and the Supreme line I like better than 2X Pro. If I could get this blocker with this, I might have bought this set and then got a different glove. But I would have to replace, like, get a different glove blocker too, and then if I do custom graphics, it'll be annoying going different brands. So I just left it, and also because I bought Optic 2, so I should probably wait for those first. Yeah, so this is kind of a long review of a blocker and a little bit rambly, but it's okay. It's just not great. I think they could do a few things better. It's just okay, which tends to be pretty common for blockers, unless you're kind of Bauer right now, to be honest. So it'd be nice if someone else kind of stepped up and really made something really awesome and stiff. Now, I know some people might prefer this over the Vapor, and that's fine. The Vapor definitely does have some give, not full, but for me, I want that hard, so I'm going to talk about that, and I just couldn't get this balance to work quite right enough for me. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links for those are in the description. Helps me get gear like this so I can do reviews on, talk about gear, and make more content. If you ever do buy a piece of gear because of one of my videos, please reach out to the manufacturer and let them know. Helps get me on their radar, again, so I can get gear like this, because I can't afford just to keep buying sets and sets and sets. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Oh, and that hopefully as well, I can get stuff a little earlier than halfway through their life cycle, so it'll be a little bit more relevant. So thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.